And I was still making that decision, and getting involved with his group helped me make that decision, actually. And of course, now I've done several solos and will continue to do them. So without a further ado, let me introduce you to Pete Hall. He's coming to you from over there in London or someplace
I
in
am.
British Isles. Are you in London?
Actually, I'm basically about 25 miles west of London.
Okay.
In a place called High Wycombe, which is in Buckinghamshire.
Right.
But I'm in London. You could say I'm in London.
Yeah, got Big Ben in the background, just like I got Tina Turtle in my background.
Hi, Tina.
By the way, and I don't do anything political on my channel, but I was sorry to hear about your prime minister, and that's making no political statement one way or the other. If those of you haven't heard, he tested positive for that awful stuff that YouTube doesn't like us to say.
Our health minister has, and Prince Charles has. Yeah. It just shows you this thing gets everybody.
Yeah, it sure does. Okay, tell us, Pete, how did you tell us about the group Cruising for Solos?
Yeah, it's called Cruises for Solos.
Right.
And I had the idea because I started cruising solo about 3 years ago. My first ever cruise was, I hadn't got a clue what I was doing. I wanted to go cruising. I always wanted to do that. And that was on the Princess, the Emerald Princess, my first ever ship. And again, I didn't know what's happening, didn't know what to do. I didn't really know anybody on board. And the Princess didn't have anything for solo cruisers at all. But I fell in love with cruising. I met so many amazing people, Chillie. I really did, and I thought, this is for me. But I didn't do research. I hadn't got a clue. So once I had that fantastic cruise, it was back to back. And I did the West Caribbean and the East Caribbean. And we had glorious weather. It was just incredible. I decided to research. I needed to research, how do you cruise as a solo and meet other people as well? And I discovered Norwegian Cruise Line.
Yeah.
And then I discovered the Norwegian Epic, and then I got a phone call from Norwegian Cruise Line salesperson talking about this amazing deal to do the transatlantic from Barcelona to Port Canaveral, I think it was. I couldn't believe the price, and I snapped it. I said to them when they phoned me, I said, I'm not going to book anything at the moment. This is the way ahead. I'm going to wait till, when she explained the price, including drinks, everything, I went, I'm booking. And I've never looked back since, and going cruising with Norwegian Cruise Line, as you know, they have solo cabins on the big ships. Right. They have a studio lounge where the solos can meet, and they have a meeting every evening where you can meet other solos, and you can organise going to dinner together if you want to, see a show if you want to. I just had an amazing time, and I had other groups, I had other various Facebook things. Nothing was really kind of working out. I kind of figured out, do you know something? There's not really that much for solo cruisers out there, especially for people from both sides of the pond. There were some groups that are kind of American groups, maybe UK, but nothing both sides. So I decided, do you know what? Let's start this group, Cruisers for Solos, see what happens. I didn't know anybody was going to join. And now we're getting really close to, some of your people might make us 1,500 people.
Nice.
We need 4 more members, and we're going to hit 1,500 members, which is unbelievable. And the members are from all over the world.
Yeah.
A lot from the UK, a lot from the United States, Canada. We've got Australia. We've got everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's how it kind of started.
Yeah. Well, my first solo was on Norwegian also. Since then, I've done a Holland American and a Carnival, which I got a decent deal actually from Carnival, not as good as Norwegian, but I so fell in love with Holland America, and I would so love them to come up with some kind of solo package. Something similar to Norwegian's.
I don't know if it's correct or not, but someone mentioned to me, because I've got various travel agents who are part of our group. Our group's very open. We don't kick people off. We let people to post different things. We want to be as inclusive as we possibly can. And I remember one of our TAs has mentioned, I'm sure she mentioned a little while ago, that Holland and America were doing no single supplement or something for quite a lot of their cruises. So that might be an opportunity.
Well, I'm definitely once we get back to where we can start thinking about cruising again, I'm like you. I'm sheltering in place like you guys are.
Yeah. You know,
Excuse
one
my
of the things we're
throat.
trying to organise, Chillie, we're trying to organise. We've never done a group cruise for our group at all, yeah. But we're looking at trying to do a group cruise next year. We're talking about April. We've kind of penciled in the Norwegian Epic in Barcelona, going around the Mediterranean. The reason being, it ticks so many boxes because we want to support the cruise line more than anything else.
Right.
And we want to try and organise a group. And we've got a couple of travel agents on board. There's going to be no commission for anybody. And any money that is made from this will go into the pot so we can distribute to the crew members on board.
Nice.
We really want to support the crew. So this cruise is, we're thinking about the Epic. We're thinking about April the 25th next year because there isn't tick so many boxes. It not only supports Italy, because Italy and Spain are two of the European countries, Chile, that have been most affected by
They're going to
this.
hit hard.
We want to support the cruise lines and we want to support the crew more than anything else. But it also means our friends in North America can take the transatlantic over and do a back-to-back if they want. We're waiting for the right deal, to be honest with you. The prices are quite right for the moment for next year. We want to get the right deal. And also we feel that people at the moment aren't in the mood to book a cruise.
Yeah.
Lots of people need to keep their money for deposits. They can't afford a deposit because they don't know where their money's coming from next. For me, my income, every single penny I earn, just been wiped out, gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, the things I do, just to let everyone know, there are two ways I earn money myself. One is I video weddings, and there's no weddings.
Yeah,
every wedding's being they're all cancelling, and everyone's
not when the whole
cancelling.
country's on lockdown.
Yeah. You don't want to get married in this situation. You can't invite guests anyway.
Right.
So that's gone for one. And the other, I was an actor as a kid. I've been in the entertainment industry since a kid. Scary. I think you're talking something like coming up to 47 years, something like that. And I've been in a show in the UK since episode 1 called Holby City, which is a medical drama, can you believe, on the BBC. It's not a main talking part, but I've been part of the anaesthetic team for 21 years.
Wow.
Which is incredible. And I was there from episode 1, day 1. And
Now,
I was there.
Next time when we get together on a cruise, I'll have to ask for your autograph.
I'm not famous. And I talk sometimes, but I've been there that long. And I was there when the BBC shut us down halfway through filming last week.
Yeah.
And it was devastating. Last Wednesday, we were filming and we got shut down because they didn't feel it safe anymore to carry on, you know. And again, that's all been wiped out. So, yeah, it's I don't think anybody is in a position to pay money for a deposit, but we want to support the cruise lines. We really want to support the crew because they've lost everything.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lost everything. We can cruise next year, but we can wait. But those guys, those ladies, we feel for them. We really do.
I'm with you on that one. That's one of the things. Matter of fact, I've got a couple feelers out to cruise members to do a Chillie Chat that are still on ships, you know, sailing around doing nothing. And we haven't been able to get the right time with a signal, and it's we got the technical issues to work out. But yeah, I'm doing anything I can do to support these guys as well. I'm not in as bad a shape as you guys are in the UK. I live in a household with 4 people, and 3 of us are 70 plus. My sister and brother-in-law are 10 years older than I am. I'm 71. But we have, my niece is younger, and she does our running. So she like going to the grocery store or going to pick up our prescriptions, so we can totally stay safe and in-house. And then she's really good about totally sanitizing herself when she comes back. So even though we are in a lockdown situation, it's not, you know, I can still, I've got a nice farm I can go walk around too. So
one of the things about cruises for solos is that, I mean, solo doesn't necessarily mean single, by the way.
Right.
But there's a lot of people who are solo by definition, which means they are by themselves.
Right.
And so many of our members out there are by themselves. So if you are by yourself, you're going to feel even more isolated, Chillie. You know, I mean, one of the things we're going to do, and anyone's welcome to join us. They've got to join the group first, unfortunately, because that's the way it works with Facebook. But we're going to be doing a live show on Sunday, which is 7 p.m. UK time. Our clocks change on Saturday, so I think that's 2 p.m. Eastern time in the States. And it's really it's not like a show. It's more of a broadcast. I'm going to be kind of co-presenting that with John from the United States. I met him on the Epic. Great character, and he's a travel agent, but he used to be a radio presenter as well, and he lives in Minnesota. So it means they're not just going to see my face on board. Technically, I don't have what you have, so he's going to be on the screen behind me, and I'll be talking to him on the screen via my Facebook. He'll be on Skype, and it means that we can share the broadcast. They do that on the news. It look like the news.
Yeah.
But do you know what? It's to support people who are by themselves, who feel isolated. And one of the most important things is if someone out there is a solo and they are isolated and they actually need something and they haven't got anyone to help them, they can share it with us, because we can then
get somebody to go.
Someone somewhere will be close enough, you hope, or will know someone who can help them, you know. And I think we're in for the long haul with this. I hate to say it. Yeah. I think we're talking many, many weeks. You know, in the UK, we're expecting 2 to 3 months, to be honest with you. I know that sounds scary, but that's what we expect in the UK. And it means as time goes on, people are going to become more and more isolated, Chillie, you know, and they're going to need these things. We'll see how they go, you know, and it's a case of talking to each other, helping each other, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, let's see. We've got some chats coming in.
Hey,
we got some of my regular folks. Bonnie is from down in Florida. She says she hopes YouTube behaves today. I had an issue with YouTube yesterday. They ended up kicking me off the end of my broadcast, which they were overwhelmed. I found out today.
Okay.
But what I had to do was actually go in and delete the live broadcast from YouTube, download the live broadcast from Facebook, because I simulcast on both Facebook and YouTube, and then upload the Facebook portion of the broadcast back to YouTube. So I've got a video. So I lost all my chats, but at least the yesterday's show was back up. Let's see. We got Gretchen here. Gretchen, how you doing? Oh, it kicked her off yesterday too. Excess traffic, she says. And Bonnie says hi to Gretchen. My guys tend to get on here and they carry on conversations while I sit here and run my mouth about something, and they keep a conversation going the whole time. Bonnie is a single cruiser also. She's from down in Florida.
Barney, please come and join our group, Cruises for Solos. Be part of be there for when we do our live broadcast, and it'd be lovely to say hello to you. She
also one of the other people on your side of the pond that talks funny just like you do, Emma. Bonnie is one of Emma's administrators. So she's
Can
involved.
I just talk a bit? That's Emma from Cruising Isn't Just for Old People.
Right. And Bonnie and I are the 2 old people that Emma lets in her group.
Well,
and you are too.
Everyone know, by the way, that she's going live on YouTube, I think in about 45 minutes doing a quiz.
Right.
So, you know, that's
a trivia quiz. I'm planning on being there.
But can I say that, you know, one of the most interesting things about having a group, right, Chillie, is that lots of other groups out there won't allow you to share stuff. They don't want you. They won't help you. They delete you. You know, admins behave like it's their powerhouse. You know, and it's. I don't agree with that at all. Emma from Cruising Isn't Just for Old People has been the most supportive person.
Absolutely.
She's there to do anything for anyone. And, you know, if you're not part of her group, Cruising Isn't Just for Old People, go to that group, because it's amazing. You know, she's great. She really is. You know, and she's proven that cruising's for all people. She
was the first person that I did Chillie Chats with. Wow, last year sometime. That was before that was back in the days when I was using the Hangout platform before StreamYard. And then I had her on here about 2 or 3 weeks ago when I got back from my last 2 cruises to talk about her new academy. So yeah, we love Emma to death. We absolutely love her to death. So
yeah, she's one of the stars of the cruising community. There's no doubt about that.
Bonnie says she loves cruising solo on the Island Princess, but it was a group cruise. So she was on a group on the island. I see.
I mean, I love the ship. I love Princess, the cruise. I really did. But they didn't have any solo meetings,
right?
You know, and so that's the only thing.
And Gretchen will be in Barcelona in July, she hopes. Of course, everybody knows that's kind of stuff is still up in the air.
Yeah, you know that you can walk to the cruise port quite easily from the centre of Barcelona as well. If you're mobile enough, you really can. I'd give them my suitcase. You know?
Well, that's one of the things. I know Bonnie and I are both, we have trouble with doing a whole lot of walking. So we are Scooter Round folks. As a matter of fact, Scooter Round is one of my sponsors. I just talked to them this morning, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I'm afraid I'm at the point where I have to have the scooter to motivate around the ship because I mean, they're so big. Hell, you got to walk miles.
Yeah. But so, it's great that you can, though, Chillie. It's it's great that the ships that do that. You know, I see a lot of people on scooters on the ships.
All right, Bonnie wants to know what's the name of your show, the TV show. She's watched Call the Midwife since it started. She loves British TV shows.
Yeah, it's called Holby City. I'm not one of the main actors in it. I used to be an actor as a kid. I was a child actor. I did some West End shows, even though I'm the worst singer in the whole world. And this show is called Holby City, and it's on the BBC once a week, and it's a medical drama.
Okay.
And just to prove, by the way, that I'm the worst singer in the world, I went to a stage school which was run by Phil Collins' mum, could you believe?
Yeah.
And in Acton in London. And this guy came along for an audition when I was a kid, playing the piano. And he said, okay, I walked in for this audition, had to sing. He goes, okay, Peter, I'm going to get you to go through the scales. I went, I can't sing. I cannot sing. And this guy goes, absolute rubbish. Everybody in the world can sing, yeah? So he went through the scales with me, yeah? And he looks at me and he went, apart from you. And do you know who it was? Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Wow.
Andrew Lloyd Webber has confirmed I'm officially the worst singer in the whole world.
I would be right behind you, I'll tell you.
One day karaoke, yeah?
One time I got kicked out of my shower for trying to sing. From a bar of soap.
Yeah, if things get really bad, I could always get a job singing karaoke just to empty the bar. So when they want to close the bar, get me on singing and I'll empty it very quickly.
I love it. Bonnie says she's not an NCL fan. We have a couple of my regulars. Bonnie's been on some Norwegians. I loved Norwegian. And Tom, I haven't seen Tom today. Tom is usually with us. No, he might be busy. But anyway, Tom is he's a huge NCL guy, so he does a lot of Norwegian stuff. So Gretchen, let's see what else. Gretchen is saying Gretchen has only been on Norwegian in the 80s with her kids. Gretchen, wow. I didn't know you were that old. No offense. I mean, I'm 80s. Older than that, but I was thinking you were a young chickadee, Gretchen.
I was a young chicken then as well.
So as you can tell, Pete, I don't take much stuff very seriously.
No, mate. I'm with you there. I don't take myself seriously.
Gretchen got tickets for Hamilton at the Royal Victoria. Oh, that's sweet. Hope I can use them. Yeah, I hope you can use them too.
Yeah.
I hope we get back to normal. I was looking through. I keep a little a website going, and which has about 10% of the cruises, most of them on this side of the pond. But I was looking at some of the deals. Oh my goodness, especially, like some of the Carnival deals for past guests. are dirt cheap.
Is that this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I've noticed is that, I mean, the prices aren't that good for next year.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the cruise lines are figuring they've got to move people over. They're giving them 100% money back or a credit plus a few percentage. But the cruises for next year are more expensive. And I believe, I don't know about you, Chillie, but I think they're going to have to come down because the general public are going to be wary about cruising, in my opinion, because it's all about publicity.
Right.
Next year they're going to work. And the people who will be cruising will be the likes of me, you, your guests, all the people in my group who love cruising,
who
we'll be
live to cruise. Yeah.
But the general public won't be as much. So I think the prices have got to change for next year and make it more affordable for us. They need to look after the people who love their industry. So I'm hoping it will change.
One thing I saw from Carnival, and by the way, I was a Carnival guy for years. And now that I've gotten older, I would just as soon go with other ships besides Carnival if I could get the right kind of deal. But they had some prices that were so cheap. If they'd let me book double with those prices,
yeah,
I'd jump all over it. It's still cheaper. It's even cheaper than the Norwegians package.
I mean, I haven't tried Carnival yet, and I'd like to. I mean, they're party boats from what I can see, but I don't mind partying.
Yeah. Well, they're it's definitely a younger crowd. They're a lot louder, a lot more nighttime activities. I mean, hell, I'm in bed asleep, but then I'm up early, so I'm the first one usually at the buffet breakfast and
so
drinking my coffee.
You probably bump into them when they're going to bed, don't
when you? We pass in the elevator. It happens all the time. But anyway, let's see what else we got here in chats. Bonnie she's jealous about Hamilton and London. That's fabulous. That really is.
Yeah.
Gretchen says Victoria Palace Theatre. Excuse me, it's in London anyway. Yeah.
Can I just tell you something? Victoria Palace Theatre, yeah. I've actually performed on that stage.
Nice.
I was only a kid. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't go. I went to a stage school, but I went to a normal school first, so I didn't have any ambitions to be on the stage. But my mum used to be a dancer years ago, and so I ended up at a stage school when I was about 11 years old, and I got cast in Pippin at Her Majesty. At Her Majesty's Theatre at Pippin. But I then went on to do. Have you guys ever heard of a show called Carry On London?
Yeah.
The Carry On Gang.
Right.
Sid James, Barbara Windsor. I mean, there's a film out there called Carry On Cruising, for instance. It's a comedy. It's quite crude. It's made back in the 70s, but I did the stage version of Carry On London at Victoria Palace.
Nice.
I think I was about 14 years old. So I know the theatre.
All right. Tell me here so we can wrap this up and head over to Emma's thing here in a few minutes.
Yes.
Sunday at what time again?
Right. It's Sunday. It's 7 p.m. UK time.
Which is...
Now, our clocks changed this week on Saturday. So I think it's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern time.
Right.
So hopefully everyone in the States can work that out from wherever they are.
Yeah.
And
Pete and I had trouble figuring out times this morning. I had Google telling me what time it was in London, and it was a mess. But anyway, we got it together.
I put you ahead rather than behind as well. I got so confused. But if we go on at 7 o'clock UK time, 2 p.m.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday because I will be there for that.
It's on our group, Cruises for Solos, a Facebook group. So please come and join us. It's not really a show. It's more about talking to each other.
Right.
I don't know what I'm doing. So if you want to see me make a complete idiot of myself again, because, it will be. But I'm glad this last week we did the first one.
Right.
And it was just me talking to people because I thought I could invite people to co-present with me on Facebook. I then discovered that the group, you can't do it. But I then found out that you could do it on your personal page and link it to your group. Then I found out that Facebook scrapped that 3 months ago. So I'm like, tearing my hair out. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to have John from the United States of Minnesota. He's going to be on the big TV screen behind me, and we're going to kind of co-host it. And it's kind of really just to talk to each other, help each other out, see if anybody needs anything, and work out where we go from there.
Right.
Now, we can work out some entertainment stuff as we go along. It's going to be once a week to start with, but if people want it to be more or less, we'll do that. It depends what everyone wants. So that's 7 p.m. this Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern time on Cruises for Sailors.
Awesome. Very good. Well, Pete, I certainly have enjoyed this. Thank you for being with me on a Chillie Chats today. This has been great. I will definitely meet up with you on Sunday. I was there last time, and I will be there again this time because I think it's a terrific program. And who knows? I mean, somebody from the States might pop in that has some problems.
Yeah.
And you know, we can help out in any way we can. So
we've got so many members from the States. We really have, you know. And I want to wish everybody.
People that just, to me,
yeah.
I hope you've enjoyed Chillie Chats and will join us next time as we discuss various facets of the travel and cruise industry. This broadcast was produced by Chillie's Cruises and hosted by me, Chillie Falls.